Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The whole concept of Islamic finance or fiqh mu'amalat al-maliyah in Sharia sits on the concept of Adal, which denotes justice, fairness and equity. When a customer takes a financing from a bank or any financial institution, the same principle applies. So if there is any hardship for the customer to pay back the financing or perform do the performance according to the contractual relationships, in that case, Sharia will see what is the underlying reason. If the underlying reason is extreme hardships, then there is very clear rule in Sharia which says, وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو عُسْرَةٍ فَنَظِرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرَةٍ, meaning that if there is someone in hardship, give him some ease. But in most cases, or in many cases, when there is no actual hardship, but still the client defaults, how do we ensure that the bank is bank is also given the fair treatment? The Prophet ﷺ said, La darar wa la dirar, no harm and no reciprocation for harm as well. It is reported by Imam Muslim and other, in Muwatta Malik and others. Now the question is, how do we ensure that the harm is not only caused to the financial institution, but at the same time it's a fair judgment for the customer as well. This is where the concept of penalties are carried out by the conventional financial institutions. When it comes to Islamic banks, we have to look into the contractual relationship and what type of harm has it incurred. Is it a real harm? Is it an actual loss incurred by the bank or not? If it's an actual loss in some contractual relationships, usually according to many Sharia scholars, it is fine for the bank to recover the actual loss. But usually that actual loss is not, recovering that actual loss is not always the deterrent for the defaulter. So the deterrent, if there is no actual penalty, usually the customer may see that as an incentive not to pay in future as well. So this is where the financial institutions around the globe charges a penalty which is in many cases above the actual charges. So how to deal with that? Internally, if it's a loan contract, if it's a debt, in cases where it already becomes a debt and no additional charges can be made, in that case the penalties are collected, but at the same time, after doing the fair treatment that I mentioned earlier, the rest are disbursed to charity. This is the principle that is compliant with Sharia, and we hope that the customers and the financial institutions both will always consider the principle of Adal in all the transactions at all times, so that there doesn't come any such situation to do injustice on the other. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.